From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Friday morning. Right now you're taking a live look at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bimar. All the city lights down below. And once again, we're not seeing any obstructions to visibility for this morning. So that is some good news. But the bad news is that it's cold out there. We're in the 20s and 30s in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. The same thing in the lower Columbia Basin. And it looks like we're maybe just a little bit warmer in the Blue Foothills. But a lot of us going to have to deal with a frosty start for this morning, including up in the mountains where we're down into the teens and 20s. Here's your CoCast for today for the Tri-Cities. Obviously heavy jacket stuff for this morning, but by the late morning, warm enough and enough sunshine to where it's probably going to be light jacket weather for the rest of the day, of highs that'll end up around 60 in the Tri-Cities. Plenty of sunshine. We'll continue to keep it mostly dry and mild for this weekend, and then mountain snow chances turn likely from Monday through Thursday. We're tracking multiple different storm systems for next week. Overall, we'll keep the forecast pretty mild over the next 7 days, but I'll have a lot more to say about these storm systems coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, Camp Hope in Yakima is implementing new ways to help people in their journey to sober living. One of those ways is something that residents have specifically asked for, and we have the details coming up.
And a brand new place for the family in the Tri-Cities that your kids will be begging you to take them to opens up today, and we have a behind-the-scenes look.
Also ahead, tariffs put into place earlier this week by the Trump administration halted. Now, President Trump says they'll be delayed. We have the response from Canada and Mexico, all on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica DeLal.
I'm Jade Elliott. It is Friday. We made it to the end of the week.
We made it.
It is March 7th, a full week into March, and we do start off with some new information this morning.
So new measures are being taken at Camp Hope in Yakima in supporting shelter residents on their journey to clean and sober living. And one of those measures is a dog that can detect narcotics.
Yeah, it's a step that actually a lot of residents asked the shelter to take. Our Emily Goodell has the story.
Camp Hope is a low-barrier shelter, which means residents struggling with substance use disorder won't be kicked out if they have a relapse. But they're not allowed to bring drugs onto the property.
The idea is not to get you in trouble and kick you out, it's to help you stay on your journey to stay clean and sober.
Harley, trained to find narcotics and items related to drug usage.
We found some methamphetamine. We found some marijuana pipes and stuff like that, which again isn't illegal, but it's not allowed on our property. See how she's trying to pinpoint where it is? We did not find any fentanyl, so we're really happy about that.
Residents who hand in contraband voluntarily get referred to comprehensive health care for an assessment and encouraged to go to treatment.
If the dog finds it, there's repercussions.
But either way, the drugs get found.
It's a real game changer for us here because the people who don't want to do drugs, they know they're not going to be exposed. Those who are, gives us an opportunity to earmark them and get them the help they need to get off of drugs.
Harley's presence especially important for residents like Brandy Morrow, who came to Camp Hope struggling with severe health issues, including a kidney infection.
I was using methamphetamines, and it was decaying the stent, which was why my body was rejecting it. So when I walked in the gate, I dropped everything at the gate and now have a year and 3 months clean.
And she wants it to stay that way.
We're not blind to the uses, the triggers, the behavior, because with sobriety comes behavioral changes. So Harley is a reminder.
Their new narcotics detection dog cost over $12,000, which was paid for by donors who specifically wanted their money to go toward keeping drugs out of Camp Hope. Reporting from the Yakima Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Money well spent on Harley. Well, Camp Hope currently supports more than 200 people who would be homeless without it. So the shelter actually has some plans to add more individual cabins. And then this summer, they're also adding what they say will be a game-changing behavioral health center, which they plan to construct out of repurposed shipping containers. It's all in partnership with Comprehensive Health Care to bring physical and mental health services directly to the people who need it most.
The biggest thing in the community to help right now, believe it or not, is just understand that these are people. even the ones that we see on the streets that are refusing services.
Camp Hope's current donation needs include toilet paper, paper plates, disposable silverware, and they're also always looking for volunteers. 5:05 now, news out of West Richland, where an interim police chief has been announced. Stephen Crown will be taking over, replacing Chief Thomas Grego, who recently retired. Crown comes with 33 years of experience in law enforcement, beginning his career with the Wenatchee Police Department, then serving as chief of police for the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife, and in 2016 he then returned to Wenatchee as police chief.
Now to an event for Latino entrepreneurs that usually takes place in Seattle and Oregon. It's now making its way to the Tri-Cities, and it's called Pitch Latino. Now this is an opportunity for local small businesses to share their ideas with the community and get feedback. Businessmen and women will get 5 minutes to pitch to a live audience and judges, and is followed by 3 minutes of questions. The owner of Cafe Con Arte in Pasco is taking part, and he says this helps business owners network.
Seeing something like this happen in our little small community, it excites me, and I hope other people see that that this is possible. You know, I never thought that they would reach out to me and say, hey, like, do this. And it's amazing to see how much support there is from community. You just have to ask the community to show up. So I'm hoping they do.
It takes place tonight at the Kennewick Arthur E. Fuller Auditorium from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. and there is an entrance fee of $25. And speaking of local businesses, a rumor about the closing of a popular restaurant on Clover Island, Cedars at Pier 1, has been spreading, and our team went searching for answers to clear up the misinformation. Now, the husband-wife duo co-owners who own Cedars tell us that they're putting it up for sale, but it's not going away. They're asking that people stop spreading that around, and they say they're ready for some changes, but the restaurant will continue to operate, and their current staff will remain there.
5:07. Check this out. There is a new place in town that I'm sure not just your kids, but probably my kids will be begging to go to once they see this. It's called the Knockerball Tri-Cities Family Fun Zone, and it's in Pasco.
I think I want to go to this too. It looks really cool.
You and Jackson, my 9-year-old,
I know, I'm a child. I know. Well, we can go here.
Yeah, you can take him.
Okay, it's at 5, the soft opening, and the owners say this is something they've been working on for over 8 years. Our very own Monique Ledesma has the fun scoop.
The Knockerball Tri-Cities Family Fun Zone was inspired after the 4 business owners had a new goal in mind after having their knockerball and axe throwing business.
We try to bring unique items into this area to bring something for all ages, not just for the little ones, but for the teenagers as well, to give them something to come out here and have some fun.
Nellie Henshaw and Rachel Garcia are 2 of the 4 owners of their new business. Garcia says this new location also serves to help kids in the area stay out of trouble.
For the community to have something to do rather than the kids being on the street doing things that they shouldn't, it's important, to give that to the community. So have the community come over and do something that it's fun. Who doesn't like fun?
Henshaw says getting to their opening day didn't happen overnight.
Opportunity arose, we took it. I mean, sometimes you got to take those opportunities to come in.
Yeah.
They don't come all the time, and so we took it, and here we are. It took us a little bit for us to get to where we're at right now, opening it up, but everything comes into play at its due time.
The owners say one thing one of their husbands mentioned the other 2 owners of the business was to incorporate the nostalgic arcade carpet to connect with adults' childhood. Other things people can see is
there's not only regular bumper cars, there's also flip bumper cars that people can enjoy.
The co-owners say if you are someone that is looking to start a business, to know as long as you're locked in on your goal and have discipline, you can accomplish your goals.
We've had some very lows and we've had some highs and in-betweens, but we had our goal in mind and we were not settling. We still kept going, even though we felt like we couldn't make it. If you continue, there's always that goal and you'll get to the end of that finish line.
The Family Fun Zone is located at 8425 Chapel Hill Boulevard in Pasco. The business owners say they plan to celebrate with the grand opening once their 5 other arcade games arrive. Reporting in Pasco, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
Okay, Monique sold it for me there. Did you see her flipping around?
That was great.
She had so much fun doing that. I'm so jealous.
I know.
Oh,
you probably wish you could have done the story.
Well, I could go tonight with your son, so.
Hey,
I'll take it.
Schedule's open.
There we go. So if you can't make it again tonight, they're officially set to open tomorrow.
And their hours for this weekend and are tomorrow from noon to 10 p.m. and then Sunday from noon to 8 p.m. Plenty of time to have some fun.
And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, so much more is still ahead. So tariffs put in place earlier this week by the Trump administration are halted, and now President Trump says they will be delayed. And we have the response from Canada and Mexico, and that's coming up in your national news.
And at 5:10 on your Friday morning, giving you a live look outside, courtesy of our Bi-Mart cam in Yakima. When we come back, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your first alert forecast.
Celebrate Bi-Mart's 70th anniversary during our open house with our latest savings book. Storeware's 23-gallon storage totes are $8.99. Arm & Hammer liquid detergent is $2 off. Save $1 on Pedigree bag dry dog food. Stock up on seed packets, they're 50% off. And there's great savings on pantry essentials. During our open house, members and non-members can stop in and save now through March 10th at Bi-Mart, saving the Northwest more since 1955.
Kittitas Valley Healthcare is your trusted home for health, offering expert orthopedic care for your family. With over 55 years of combined experience, our team uses state-of-the-art equipment to improve surgical outcomes and provide compassionate, patient-centered care. We're committed to making your experience comfortable and efficient, so you can stay active and healthy. Learn more and schedule a consultation through our website at kvhealthcare.org. Your home for health.
Elevate your lifestyle and embrace your home's full potential with exclusive furnishings and expert interior design you'll find only at Spencer Carlson. Our dedicated team of professional designers will bring your vision to life. Right now, during Lexington's winter sale event, you can enjoy 30% off the upscale designs of upholstery and encased goods from Lexington Home Brands. Shop and save on fresh, innovative furnishings from Lexington. Spencer Carlson, unsurpassed furniture and design for life.
Individuals, couples, and families. You could get a refund of up to $1,290 back on taxes paid last year, as well as refunds for 2023 and 2022. Learn more at workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov. Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing. Brad, you're on mute. And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime. Let's go! Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
Getting that golden ticket today will change my life.
That was perfection. You have the world ahead of you.
There are surprises in every person.
Kraken, Capitals, pregame at noon, Sunday on MeTV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a tour of this morning's temperatures. Starting off in Kittitas County, we're in the upper 20s up towards Snoqualmie Pass, right at freezing for Ellensburg, 4 degrees above freezing in Vantage. And then in the Yakima Valley, temperatures in the 20s and 30s, mostly below freezing, although we're 3 degrees above freezing for Union Gap. Then in the lower Columbia Basin, also 20s and 30s. We're a little bit above freezing for Benton City and Prosser and up towards the Hanford site, but the rest of us below freezing. Then in the Blue Foothills, technically above freezing for places like Walla Walla, Milton, Freewater, Pendleton, and Lexington, but the rest of us in Morrow and Umatilla counties are below that 32-degree threshold. So where you're below 32 degrees, that's where there's going to be an opportunity for frost. Here is your day planner for today for lower elevations. We'll have plenty of sunshine for today. High temperatures getting up into the 50s. So a pretty seasonal day, if not a few degrees above average for this time of the year. So mostly sunny skies across the map. We'll keep it dry for today, trending even milder as we head into this weekend. And then for next week, we're tracking multiple storm systems that could bring some minor to moderate impacts to our mountain passes in the form of snowfall. I'll tell you how much snowfall we're expecting coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. It is 5:14 in your national headlines this morning. President Trump has stopped some tariffs that were put into place earlier this week, now saying that these will be delayed until April 2nd. This pause includes goods from the auto industry and other imports from Canada and Mexico. So in response, we are hearing from the president of Mexico saying she won't announce any retaliatory measures. Canada also saying they're holding off on its second round of new tariffs, but keeping the first round in place. A lot of Canadian businesses say that they're going to rely more on domestic producers, noting that the online directory called Made in Canada reported a pretty big surge in traffic. And we're just learning this morning that the black box on the medical transport jet involved in that deadly crash in Philadelphia was actually broken, leaving investigators with more questions about why that crash happened. NTSB saying that that device did not record any of the accident flight and that it likely hadn't been recording audio for several years. We were also told that there was no distress calls received from the two pilots on that plane who were communicating with air traffic control at the time of the accident. Now, it could still be a couple of years before investigators release their final report on just what caused that crash. 7 people died in that crash after the plane fell from the sky shortly after takeoff on January 31st in Philadelphia. And flights in and out of Florida are back to normal this morning after the FAA put a ground stop in place because of falling space debris. That debris was coming from the failed launch of SpaceX Starship. The uncrewed spacecraft lifted off from Texas just yesterday, and minutes into the flight, engines started to go out and SpaceX stopped receiving data. This latest launch was a stress test following a failed launch in January. It's not clear exactly what state the vehicle is in or if the automated abort systems prompted it to self-destruct. The FAA is requiring SpaceX to conduct a mishap investigation. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, your full forecast with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth as we give you that live look outside this morning at 5:16 over Yakima. He's going to break down what you can expect as we head into the weekend.
Vance Heating and Air Conditioning. We promise friendly customer service, highly trained technicians. Save $50 on any heating repair. We service all makes and models. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
At a time when misinformation is all too common on social media, we take great pride in bringing you the news that matters, that impacts your family, news you can trust. Local broadcast journalists bring you the facts, covering the stories breaking in our community and across the globe. Text TV to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on local journalism. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Lather, rinse, repeat. It never feels like enough. It's not your products, it's your water. Culligan water softeners prevent damaging hard water buildup, revitalizing your hair and skin. Upgrade your routine with Culligan.
Spring clean for a cause. With fresh leadership, Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity store is ready to make an even bigger impact. Join us and Century 21, Piton Wealth, and PG Long for our Fill a Truck event on March 7th and 8th. Donate furniture, appliances, decor, anything to help furnish a home. And for every donation or purchase, you'll be entered to win a gift basket. Enjoy free fries, fun, and the chance to change lives. Visit the Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity store in Richland. Your donation builds homes.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino where the locals play.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
It is Operation Best Friend every Wednesday as we feature lovable pets from area shelters all looking for their forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Christine Connolly, As You Wish Real Estate Services, and the Manthai Group Cross Country Mortgage.
Wendy Redmond, Austin Reed, Stacy Lee weather. Apple Valley News Now on your side. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is going to be a terrific day outside. Lots of sunshine. High temperatures mostly getting up into the 50s, so we'll be a few degrees above average for this time of the year, and pretty light winds. And then for tonight, overnight lows falling down into the 30s. So I think in the basin, in the valleys, and of course up in the mountains, you'll probably have to take those steps once again to protect the outdoor pets, plants, and the plumbing. Also after 10 p.m., there's going to be a low-end chance of a rain-snow mix up in the Cascades, but the rest of us will not have to worry about that. We'll continue to be dry. Winds picking up out of the south, upwards of 20 miles per hour, specifically for the southern blues. Okay, we'll keep the forecast mostly dry through the day on Sunday, and then after that, we're tracking a couple different storm systems. One for late Sunday through Tuesday, and then the next one for Wednesday and Thursday. So that'll be storm system number 1 and storm system number 2. So for storm system number 1, Sunday evening through Tuesday, and again, this is just a preliminary snowfall forecast. This is subject to change. We're thinking maybe upwards of 6+ inches of snow for Cascade passes, much less for our Blue Mountain passes, and then in terms of rainfall for lower elevations, not much at all from storm system number 1. Now it's storm system number 2, Wednesday and Thursday, maybe another 6+ inches of snow for our Cascade passes, perhaps a little bit more for our Blue Mountain passes, maybe picking up trace amounts of snowfall for the Blue Foothills or the Kittitas Valley. And in terms of rainfall for Wednesday and Thursday, perhaps a little bit more for lower elevations, maybe getting up to 0.1 inches for the lower Columbia Basin, between 0.2 to 0.3 for the Blue Foothills. So that's what we're tracking as we head into next week in terms of rainfall and snowfall. Then in terms of high temperatures, pretty mild for this weekend, the more seasonal stuff, and cooler for next week. Here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Dry and mild this weekend and cooler next week with rain chances peaking on Wednesday. In Yakima, staying dry through Tuesday with winds picking up Sunday. Rain chances go up by midweek next week. In Ellensburg, a small rain chance Sunday with windy conditions, then eyeballing a chance for a wintry mix by Wednesday and Thursday. In Hermiston, dry this weekend with highs up into the 60s, then back into the 50s with rain chances going up next week. Then in Walla Walla, dry and milder through Sunday, then rain chances start stepping up on Monday, then a wintry mix is possible by Thursday. Now you're taking another live look at Richland, just this view coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest, where we're always on your side.
At the Pacific Clinic, we understand the juggle of parenthood. That's why the PC is your one-stop shop for all your health, sports, and medical needs. Schedule your appointments around your favorite group fitness classes and use our on-site childcare services.
From women's health to care for your little ones, we practice a comprehensive approach to keep your family feeling great.
With our quick and convenient scheduling, we'll get you in within the same week, often the next day. Call us today at 509-783-5465.
Celebrate Bi-Mart's 70th anniversary during our open house with our latest savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox. During our open house, members and non-members can stop in and save. Bi-Mart, saving the Northwest more since 1955.
It is Operation Best Friend every Wednesday as we feature lovable pets from area shelters all looking for their forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Christine Connolly, As You Wish Real Estate Services, and the Manthei Group Cross Country Mortgage.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Awesome.
I like it. I love
it. Right now, you can lease a rugged new Toyota Tacoma with advanced tech for just $259 per month. Visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Toyota, let's go places.
No one expects to get in a car wreck, but that's exactly what happened last summer. The drunk driver crossed over the center line, crashing into us and causing life-threatening injuries. It was difficult to focus on healing while facing overwhelming medical bills and lost wages. How will our bills get paid? When can I go back to work? So much was running through my head. Abeda Nelson's team did the work to make sure we didn't have to worry.
Abeda Nelson, we focus on you, you focus on healing.
Start 2025 off right with a custom building from Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds. Cozy up to 10% off custom buildings. Need something right away? Get 20% off all in-stock inventory. It's the perfect time to create the space you've always wanted, with free, fast delivery and quality that'll stand up to the chilliest winter days. Whether it's for storage, hobbies, or just making room for your New Year goals, visit Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds and Sunnyside Shed Company today.
Kraken, Capitals, pregame at noon, Sunday on MeTV.
Welcome back, 5:25 here on Good Morning Northwest. In entertainment news this morning, I love this. Actor Steve Carell surprising hundreds of students who have been impacted by the LA wildfires.
This is so cute. So in a video shown in 6 high school auditoriums this week, the comedian let high school seniors know that the cost of their prom tickets would be covered.
Oh, well, it's all thanks to a charity Carell works with called Alice's Kids, which provides financial assistance to children in need nationwide.
Yeah, Alice's Kids says that it's paying for the tickets for about 800 seniors, and that breaks down to about $175,000. It's good people doing good things. And I even heard him say, hey, don't worry, if you already bought your tickets, we'll reimburse you.
Oh, that's what
we're
I'm
covering
about.
the cost. We're taking care of it.
He's so great
and
hilarious.
I think so too. All right, in more entertainment news this morning, there's a little less sunshine in the world after the passing of jazz funk music pioneer Roy Ayers. The legendary composer died on Tuesday in New York City after a long illness at just the age of 84.
The godfather of neo-soul had been in the music business for more than 4 decades. He was best known for his 1976 hit Everybody Loves the Sunshine, released by his band Roy Ayers Ubiquity.
He also left his stamp on cinemas as the composer for the 1973 film Coffee, and until recently, Ayers had been a frequent collaborator with contemporary hip-hop heavyweights. And Everybody Loves the Sunshine's been sampled so much. That is a legendary song.
Yes, especially for a meteorologist.
Yes.
And the former wife of actor David Hasselhoff has passed away. Pamela Bach Hasselhoff appeared in several seasons of the TV show Baywatch with her then husband.
The couple was together from 1989 to 2006 and had 2 daughters. A spokesperson for David Hasselhoff released a statement to People saying he and his family are, quote, deeply saddened and are grateful for the outpouring of love and support that they've received.
And she was also in one of my favorite soap operas, The Young and the Restless.
I think my mom watched that when I was younger. I think I've seen some of those episodes. Oh, rest in peace.
I know. All right, actress Christina Ricci honored with a star on the walk of the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Just yesterday, Ricci joining her 2 children and her husband there.
She made her professional acting debut in the film Mermaids when she was just 8 years old, and some of her other well-known film roles include Casper, The Addams Family, which is what I know her from, also The Ice Storm, and The Opposite of Sex.
Ricci is also found success on the small screen. She's appeared in the shows Wednesday and is currently starring in the Showtime series Yellow Jackets.
Yes, she has been nominated for a number of awards, including for a Golden Globe and an Emmy. Oh my gosh, if you haven't seen Mermaids,
I haven't.
It's so good. It's so old.
What's it about, mermaids?
No. Cher's in it.
Okay, I'm sold.
I know. So yeah, just watch it. It's an oldie but a goodie.
Is it like a musical kind of movie because Cher's in it? No? Okay. Can you give me something?
No, it's about their life together.
Okay. I got something.
That was really vague.
I know. I don't want to spoil it, you know?
Okay, I'll watch it.
Okay, good. You should. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, an agreement has been made between Franklin County and the family of a woman who died while in custody at the county jail. We have those details coming up.
Plus, delays are coming soon to the intersection of Columbia Center and Quinault, and we have when this is set to happen. That is in your next half hour. But first, let's check out your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, new tools for Reddit users. The site has added options such as community suggestions to find the right audience for comments and a Pick a Community dropdown to provide subreddit recommendations. The goal is to help users connect across the platform. Next, a new feature from Password Manager 1Password allows users to assign specific locations to items stored in their vaults. They appear in the mobile app when users are near those physical locations. The goal? Accessing your items faster, wherever and whenever you need them. Finally, the search engine DuckDuckGo is rolling out newly tested AI tools, and they're free. Users will have full access to upgraded models of the engine's popular chatbots, and the Recent Chats section allows users to save and return to previous chats. See, even ducks are getting in on AI. What'll they think of next? I'm Andrew Dimbert. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Okay, let's get going. Can everybody see that?
Like, you know, to check your desktop first before sharing your screen.
Oh, that is not the, oh, no. I don't know how that got in there. No, that,
Yeah, checking first is smart.
Okay, everybody get out.
So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Mornings. Cough? Congestion?
I'm feeling better. All in one and done with Mucinex Kickstart.
Headache?
Better now.
Mucinex Kickstart gives all-in-one and done relief with a morning jolt of instant cooling sensation. It's comeback season.
Aveeno introduces new daily moisturizing cream. It's clinically proven to moisturize dry skin for 48 hours and instantly strengthens skin's barrier for softer, smoother skin. Aveeno, the power of oat for sensitive skin.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
5:30 on this Friday morning. Thanks for waking up with us and joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
And I think I put my contacts in the wrong eyes. I'm feeling...
Is it, oh, do you need eye drops?
No, they feel fine. But one seems a little blurrier.
That happens to me all the time,
The more
actually.
you know about me this morning.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember which one was right and left.
I do this test where I'm like, okay, I can't see. Anyways.
So if you see me a little squinty this morning, it's fine. I'm squinting at your 3 degrees.
Yeah.
Side note, contacts freak me out. Like just the thought of putting anything in your eyeball just really freaks me out. Okay, we're gonna pivot now. 3-degree guarantee, sponsored by our friends at the Legends Casino and Hotel. I went with the forecast high yesterday of 58 in Pasco Tri-Cities, and it verified at 59 degrees. So now the jackpot's up to $150. So for today, we're just going to run it back. I'm going with a forecast high of 58 again in Pasco Tri-Cities. So if it verifies between 55 to 61, the jackpot's going to go up to $175. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalleynewsnow.com, clicking on the contest page, or you could scan the QR code that is on your screen. Now what's on your screen is a live look at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bi-Mart. See all the city lights down below. No fog obstructing this view for now. We're actually not seeing any fog in the region for now. But we are tracking cold temperatures down into the 20s and 30s in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. The same thing in the lower Columbia Basin. A little bit warmer than that in the Blue Foothills, but down into the teens and 20s in the higher terrain of the Blues and the Cascades. So a lot of us probably contending with a little bit of frost for this morning. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities. Lots of sunshine, but we will have some clouds working into the afternoon. But I think in general, mostly sunny skies. These high temperatures up around 60 degrees in the Tri-Cities, and for lower elevations will mostly be in the mid to upper 50s, a few degrees above average for this time of the year. I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. Also, we'll check in on some of those ski report numbers, so all that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
And we start this half hour of news with an exclusive story this morning, continuing coverage after Washington State Patrol Trooper Sarah Clayson was involved in a fatal crash that killed a 20-year-old motorcyclist. Well, we spoke with the family of that man who died in the crash. Our very own Austin Reed sat down with the parents of Joseph Sanchez inside their home. You can see now a memorial set up. It sits in the living room with a candle burning bright in memory of Joseph. His family tells us that he attended Pasco High School and was a full-time employee at Lamb Weston. His parents tell us that their family, as you can imagine, is just devastated over the loss of their son. They say it was their son who had a very bright future ahead of him.
Just working, go to the job, home, and especially for my family, for all my family, my brother, my sister, my mom, all my family, we are destroyed now because Joseph is like the life for my family, you know.
And coming up tonight at 6, we will have more from his family. His family saying that they want justice and for their son to be remembered. Again, tune in tonight at 6 for that full story with his family.
Now to a follow-up, Franklin County has agreed to settle a lawsuit with the family of Fabiola Valenzuela, who died while in custody at the jail. On Wednesday, Franklin County commissioners settled with the family of Valenzuela for $2.5 million. The 42-year-old woman suffered from developmental disabilities, and family members say she had the cognitive capacity of a 12-year-old. And that was when she was arrested in 2022 for damaging the property at a Pasco hotel. Her family saying officials never sent her to a mental health facility, and the family's attorney saying she suffered in a holding cell for several days before her death. Franklin County Commissioner Clint Didier said this settlement is a good move as it's better for the county in the long run.
That's why we deal with risk pool, because we have a $25,000 deductible, which saves the county a lot of money. So I think this was a good move on that one. Regardless of what information we know about the family, this is the best move for Franklin County.
Now, we reached out to the attorney for the Valenzuela family. However, due to a confidentiality agreement, he could not give us any more details on this case. And during that same commissioners meeting on Wednesday, the board approved the settlement of another lawsuit brought against the county. This one involving two people from the auditor's office who claimed they were harassed by Franklin County Sheriff Jim Raymond. The county agreed to pay out $16,800 in attorney's fees for that case, as well as about $5,000 to each of the plaintiffs.
Well, drivers should prepare for some delays on Columbia Center Boulevard at the intersection of Quinault Avenue. Starting March 10th, crews will begin adding a left turn lane from Quinault to Columbia Center, a dedicated through lane, and a right turn lane for westbound traffic. An additional southbound lane will also be added on Columbia Center, leading into the Red Line parking lot. Other upgrades will include a new traffic signal, upgraded lighting, new curbs, gutters, and sidewalks.
Something that City of Kennewick has in the long-range plans of actually widening the whole Columbia Center Boulevard from Quinault down to Deschutes. Currently it's 2 lanes northbound and 2 lanes southbound.
Both northbound and southbound lanes will be reduced to 1 lane in each direction, and they hope to have that project all wrapped up by the fall.
Now listen up, Kennewick Irrigation District customers. KID is encouraging voluntary participation in following a watering schedule once the upcoming season begins. Now this is all in an effort to help conserve water and maintain the water pressure. This, of course, before the district may make it mandatory in the coming months. Now officials say this is all in response to worsening drought conditions, and the suggested watering times would be based on the last digit of your property address. And the Bureau of Reclamation's March 2025 total water supply forecast is available for the Yakima Basin, and it indicates the water supply will not fully meet irrigation demands this season. The early estimate indicates that senior water rights will receive 100% full entitlements, but junior water rights will receive 48%. The amount of water in the snowpack was about 81%.
5:37, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Giving you that live look outside this morning, courtesy of our Legends Casino and Hotel Skycam in Richland, overlooking the Columbia River. When we come back, we'll check in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth and another look at your First Alert forecast.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
So what do you think about these?
We like this.
Yeah, we love it.
When it's time for an update or a complete remodel, Rebath is with you every step of the way.
We're going to take everything down to the
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs.
Honey, you were right. Turned out.
Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit rebath.com to learn more about no interest, no payments for 12 months.
I've always had an eye for opportunity. As a kid, I was hustling, selling candy, mowing lawns, you name it. That drive never left me. The first time I tasted crumble, it was clear to me this was more than just a cookie. From that moment, I knew this was a chance to bring the taste of something new to our neighborhood. But I couldn't do it alone. That's where Happel came in. With their support, I was able to secure the loan that brought Crumble to our community. Where do you credit union?
In 1997, my father-in-law, John Ramsey, started this business.
We took it from 2.5 acres. Now we're 22 acres.
What separates us is you're not just a number when you walk in the door.
Professional, on time. They answer all my questions.
If you're looking for a high-quality trailer at the right price, this is the place.
It feels like a home away from home.
I can guarantee you when you buy an RV from us, you are part of the Broadmoor family.
At Broadmoor RV,
we make camping fun!
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
Bleeding gums are a key indicator that you suffer from gum disease. They're also an early warning sign for over 20 serious medical disorders like diabetes. If you already have diabetes, gum disease can make it more difficult to control by increasing blood sugar levels. A1C levels drop dramatically when treating gum disease and improving nutrition. Gum disease bacteria returns in only 21 to 60 days after a cleaning. This is why consistency is key. Do not put your healthcare at risk. Here at Avanta Dental, we have the knowledge and capabilities to effectively optimize your oral health.
GMA this morning.
Here we go.
Ready for a little gaga?
Abracadabra.
Abracadabra. From her new music to life with her fiance.
How's the wedding planning going?
Oh my gosh. It's Gaga as you've never seen before. Only on Good Morning America.
Getting that golden ticket today will change my life.
That was perfection. You have the world ahead of you.
There are surprises in every person.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Here's your ski report brought to you by Schweitzer Village. So, of course, we have to start off at Schweitzer. The base depth now up to 71 inches, and then we'll take you down to Ski Bluewood outside of Dayton. The base depth here, a very nice 69 inches, and then we'll take you over to White Pass, where the snowpack not as impressive in the Cascades, so the base depth here right at 60 inches. Okay, now let's take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We're going to start off in Kittitas County. These highs getting into the 40s and 50s. More clouds in the Cascades as opposed to what we're going to see in the Kittitas Valley. Then in the Yakima Valley, mostly sunny skies. These highs into the mid to upper 50s. And then in the lower Columbia Basin, these highs a little bit closer to 60 degrees. Also mostly sunny conditions out there. And then in the Blue Foothills, we'll have highs also in the mid-50s, but a little bit cooler in the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains with mid to upper 40s, but still mostly sunny skies. Light winds overall. Will be even milder as we head into this weekend, but then temperatures go down and rain and snow chances go up into next week. We're tracking a couple different storm systems, so I'll parse out each of them and talk about the impacts from each of them coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 542 in sports news this morning. As the high school winter sports season wraps up, we are meeting teams making history around our area. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen introduces us to the Hermiston High School girls wrestling team as they come off their best season ever.
We kind of all knew that this was the highest that the girls at Hermiston High School have placed.
A record-breaking season for the Hermiston High School girls wrestling team, clinching the District 3A championship and sending 14 qualifiers plus 3 alternates to the state tournament at the Tacoma Dome. For twin sisters Jordan and Jaden McKinn, wrestling wasn't always a part of the plan until a classmate inspired them to give it a try.
A senior in one of my weightlifting classes, she was doing wrestling and she told me that I should come out. And I don't know, I just kind of, tagged along.
For freshman Emily Stone, wrestling has been a journey. She started in 6th grade but took a break when there weren't many girls on the team. As the sport grew, she returned, and it paid off with a 4th place finish at state.
I'm just kind of happy to be there because I'm still a freshman, but I wanted to see how far I could go with my own skills mostly.
Junior wrestler Lily Foreman made her first trip to state this year, and she felt the pressure.
I have to win or I'm out, and I feel like I was a lot more disappointed when I did lose because it's like I got here and I couldn't find the courage to actually place.
Still, the team's success speaks for itself. Their hard work is being recognized. Hermiston Athletic Director Larry Usher says this program is just getting started.
We're just excited that we have so many girls in our school that have fallen in love with the sport of wrestling.
In just 6 years, Hermiston's wrestling program has risen to state contenders, this year finishing 3rd overall, and with momentum on their side, the future looks bright for this growing program. Reporting in Hermiston, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Congrats to them. All right, 5:44. Still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. When we come back, your morning sprint and everything you need to know as you head out the door this morning, giving you that live look over in Richland at the Columbia River from our Legends Casino and Hotel Skycam. When we come back, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your full First Alert forecast.
Got a birthday coming up, celebrating a big win, or just want to gather the crew for a pizza and a good time? For decades, Hubby's Pizza has been the go-to spot for family, friends, and fun. Reserve your table and bring the whole gang. Kids, family, teammates, whoever loves great pizza and good vibes. Dig into your favorite pizza, hit up the fresh salad bar, and let the kids have a blast in the arcade. And if the party's at your place, no problem. Hubby's now delivers through Grubhub and DoorDash. A community tradition, a place to celebrate. Acquire the Hubby's habit today.
I'm a real wild one. Once in a while, we all want to go wild. We just need a little help. Meet a little help. The 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Wild Edition goes over any terrain, so you can go all out. Get a wild deal on a Bronco Sport today. Lease a 24 Bronco Sport 4x4 Wild Edition for just $299 a month for 36 months, only at your local Ford dealer.
Starting a business is hard. You have to stay connected at all times.
As we've been growing the studio, Spectrum's been there every step of the way. I'm always able to make the phone call that I need. I'm able to shoot that text message or that email. Every vital piece of equipment that we have here uses Spectrum.
Fast, reliable internet, starting at $40 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep your business connected.
Spring clean for a cause. With fresh leadership, Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity store is ready to make an even bigger impact. Join us and Century 21, Piton Wealth, and PG Long for our Fill a Truck event on March 7th and 8th. Donate furniture, appliances, decor, anything to help furnish a home. And for every donation or purchase, you'll be entered to win a gift basket. Enjoy free fries, fun, and the chance to change lives. Visit the Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity store in Richland. Your donation builds homes.
Kittitas Valley Healthcare is your trusted home for health, offering expert orthopedic care for your family. With over 55 years of combined experience, our team uses state-of-the-art equipment to improve surgical outcomes and provide compassionate, patient-centered care. We're committed to making your experience comfortable and efficient, so you can stay active and healthy. Learn more and schedule a consultation through our website at kvhealthcare.org. Your home for health.
Spring skiing with awesome views. Fly the Northwest Tuesday. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is going to be a superb day outside. Lots of sunshine. High temperatures getting up into the 50s. Will be a few degrees above average for this time of the year, and light winds. And then for tonight, there's going to be a low wind chance, about a 10% chance of some rain and snow showers up in the Cascades after 10 p.m. The rest of us will not have to worry about that. Overnight lows dropping down into the 30s. So some of us, specifically in the basin, in the valleys, and in the mountains, would have to protect the outdoor pets, plants, and the plumbing. Winds gusting out of the south, upwards of 20 miles per hour for the southern blues. Wind should be mostly light for the rest of the region. Okay, we'll keep it mostly dry through the day on Sunday, but Sunday night through Tuesday, that's going to be storm system number 1, and then storm system number 2 on the horizon, going to be for Wednesday and Thursday. So first, let's start off by talking about storm system number 1. Sunday evening through Tuesday could pick up 6+ inches of snow for a Cascade passes, probably not as much for Blue Mountain passes, not much doing for lower elevations. In fact, for lower elevations, not even that much rainfall at all from storm system number 1. But then storm system number 2, Wednesday and Thursday, perhaps picking up trace amounts of snowfall in the Kittitas Valley, also in the Blue Foothills. A little bit more snow for our Blue Mountain passes, and perhaps another 6+ inches of snow for our Cascade passes. So our mountain passes will see minor to moderate impacts from snowfall from Sunday through Thursday. And then with storm system number 2, perhaps a little bit more rainfall for lower elevations, maybe upwards of 0.1 inches in the lower Columbia Basin, between 0.2 to 0.3 in the Blue Foothills. All right, and high temperatures turning pretty mild this weekend. We could be up around 65 degrees in the Tri-Cities by Sunday, but more seasonal stuff and cooler for Monday through Thursday. Here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Dry and mild this weekend and cooler next week, with rain chances peaking on Wednesday. In Yakima, staying dry through Tuesday with winds picking up Sunday. Rain chances go up by midweek next week. In Ellensburg, a small rain chance Sunday with gusty conditions, then eyeballing a chance for a wintry mix by Wednesday and Thursday. In Hermiston, dry this weekend with highs up into the 60s, then back into the 50s with rain chances going up next week. And then in Walla Walla, dry and milder through Sunday, then rain chances start stepping up on Monday, then a wintry mix is possible by Thursday.
Now, the morning sprint.
5:50 time for your morning sprint here on Good Morning Northwest with the top 5 local things you need to know as you head out the door. We have an exclusive on the case of the deadly crash involving Washington State Patrol Trooper Sarah Clayson. We sat down with the family of Joseph Sanchez, the 20-year-old motorcyclist who was killed in that crash. His parents saying they are devastated by the loss of their son and they want justice for him and for him to be remembered. Tune in tonight at 6. We'll be hearing more from his family as they try to cope with this tragedy.
And an event for Latino business owners to share ideas, get feedback, and network with others is happening tonight. It's called Pitch Latino. Entrepreneurs will get 5 minutes to pitch to a live audience and judges, and it will then be followed by 3 minutes of questions. It's from 5:30 to 8:30 tonight at the Kennewick Arthur E. Fuller Auditorium, and there is an entrance fee of $25.
Well, looking for a job, Oregon State Parks is looking to hire over 200 seasonal workers that include rangers and ranger assistants. Hiring is starting as early as this month and will run through June. The positions last anywhere from 4 to 9 months. Salaries start between $19 and $21 depending on the position, and you can head to our website to apply.
And the Knockerball Tri-Cities Family Fun Zone has their soft opening tonight, and this comes after 8 years of planning. Doors open at 5 p.m. It's located at 8425 Chapel Hill Boulevard in Pasco, and if you can't make it today, they officially open tomorrow from 12 to 10 p.m. and then Sunday from 12 to 8 p.m.
5:51 is your time now, but get ready to spring forward for daylight savings this weekend. On Sunday, we're turning our clocks ahead 1 hour starting at 2 a.m., and that means 1 hour less of sleep.
No.
I know, right? The annual season change event brings longer days, shorter nights. Arizona, the only state that doesn't participate. And then we do expect to fall back on November 2nd.
And it's even worse for us waking up early for morning show.
It is nice when it's not as dark, though.
Exactly. Well, going to your national headlines this morning now, President Trump has stopped some tariffs that were put in place earlier this week, saying these will now be delayed until April 2nd. And this pause includes goods from the auto industry and other imports from Canada and Mexico. And in response, the president of Mexico says she won't announce retaliatory measures. Canada is holding off on its second round of new tariffs, but keeping the first one in place. Many Canadian businesses say they're going to rely more on domestic producers. And President Trump says that cabinet members must have bi-weekly meetings with Elon Musk regarding cuts in their departments. The first was held yesterday, with Trump writing on social media. The group is in agreement on the necessity of reducing the size of the government.
5:53, and some federal workers are now facing some new restrictions on what they can access on their work phones. Social Security Administration telling their employees that they can no longer visit general news websites, sports websites, and they can't online shop on their work phones. They say a supervisor must approve any exceptions to the policy. And President Trump is considering extending the deadline for TikTok to be sold, saying he would probably extend the timeline if a deal wasn't reached by April 5th. Back in January, the president signed an executive order giving TikTok's Chinese parent company 75 days to find a new owner. President Trump didn't mention how long the extension would last, but added that China would play a role.
And buying a Mega Millions ticket will cost you more than double next month. The lottery says the new price will be $5 per play. And this is the second time ever that the price has been increased. The first one was back in 2017. And the lottery says it expects more billion-dollar wins in the future. Turning now to your health news, Pope Francis is reported to be in stable condition. He's been in the hospital since mid-February, battling respiratory issues. But the pontiff has spoken for the first time. He released an audio message thanking everyone for their prayers. And the Vatican says he's continuing to work while in the hospital.
And talking sports this morning, Seattle Kraken are in Washington, D.C. to battle the Capitals on Sunday. Pregame starts at noon. Puck drops at 12:30. And you can catch all of it on Apple Valley News Now's sister station, MeTV. And a $10 million reward is being offered for information leading to the arrest of former Olympic snowboarder and Canadian national Ryan Wedding. Wedding is on the FBI's top 10 most wanted fugitive list for allegedly running a transnational drug trafficking network. According to federal officials, Wedding shipped hundreds of kilograms of cocaine, and the FBI says they are actively looking for him.
Trending this morning, dance floors are getting ready to heat up this weekend because Lady Gaga's anticipated new album is now available.
You from dance floors to, bathroom makeup rooms where we listened to it this morning.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It's all it's all a jam. So her album Mayhem dropped today, and the 3 singles released before offered a little glimpse at what fans could expect.
It's a return to form for Gaga and has been compared to previous albums like Born This Way and The Fame Monster. She executive produced it herself alongside fiancé Michael Polanski and Andrew Watt.
And Mayhem appears to be timed exceptionally well as it enters a welcome musical ecosystem with dance acts like Charlie XCX and Chappell Rowan, who've seen enormous success in the past few months. And that song is just now stuck in my head. Abracadabra.
The abracadabra,
yeah. And sometimes when I try to recite it, I forget it.
We jumped out to that this morning.
Yeah, we did. What did you think of the album?
Like Josh was mentioning, it does remind me of older Gaga, which I'm not mad about. Yeah, I mean they're good bops to kind of
thoughts, Josh?
Dance around to. Have you listened to any of it?
Big Gaga fan?
I haven't listened to it yet, but I just want to say there's some there can never be another song titled Eye of the Tiger, right? I don't think there should be another Abracadabra. I feel like Steve Miller Band kind of had that one on lock.
Okay, I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you, but listen to it.
No
it's
hate,
good.
no hate to Gaga though.
No, I know she has an incredible talent.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah,
I loved. What was it called? The movie? The Shallow movie?
A Star is Born.
I was going to say Born This Way. Yeah, that movie. So good.
So good. All right, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Delays are going to be coming soon. If you are traveling through the intersections of Columbia Center Boulevard and Quinault, we have what construction is set to take place and when. That's all coming up in the 6 o'clock hour.
And Camp Hope in Yakima is implementing new ways to help residents in their journey to sober living. And one of those ways is one that residents specifically had asked for. We have exactly what it is coming up in your 6 o'clock hour. And Josh, what are you tracking?
Dry and mild weather through this weekend, but we're tracking multiple storm systems for next week. I'll tell you what those could entail coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.